Yo, welcome back to the show. All right, we got a little bit more of Megan. She was on Drinks and Discussions. There's like a bunch of stuff that led up to her whole freak out. So yeah, we'll get to it.
Come on, yeah, come on. Yeah, nigga, what a surprise. Give you something, make a nigga close both of your eyes.
Don't you run from me, lady. I'm just kidding. Lays all right off in slow motion. Whatchamacallit? Alright, so let's sorry. Let's see Megan on Drinks and Discussions. And so at this point she had already drank 2 shots at the bar again. And she's upset and she's gonna tell us all these things that happened and why she's so upset. And it is traumatic, so enjoy.
Or is now yours.
So yeah, I kind of did want to get it out there because my whole attitude and my style has kind of changed recently because I've been a little moody in the last week. I was robbed by gunpoint, where they used my cat as a hostage for me to go to the ATM. I wasn't hurt. The cat wasn't hurt. We all got out of there safe and sound. But the aftermath of it, it's not the first time I've had PTSD from being attacked, and the person who's supposed to care about me never even stopped by. And that's what's really gotten under my skin ever since. And it's ladies and men, if your significant other is ever in a traumatic situation and they already told the story to law enforcement or whoever needs to know from being attacked, grill them for more information. Hug them. Just show them support. Don't ask for more information. I've been so hurt by the reaction of the person who's supposed to give a shit about me, and all he wants is details. And I'm like, that's exactly what I told you I don't want to do. I told you I needed a hug and a cigarette, and I haven't seen you in a week. So I just kind of want to explain why my attitude has been a little on the shitty side, a little on the short side. Like I've been kind of short with everybody and snippy, and not how I like to be. But definitely made my mind up about this individual, whether he's worth giving him the time of day or not, because obviously not. He made my trauma all about him.
It's funny to me that the first initial, not even a boyfriend or romantic interest of someone who experiences tragedy, that individual should say, "Are you okay? If you need anything," and then allow you to have an opportunity, if you would like to discuss it more, leave it up to you. But at that point, that you're just supposed to be there, right?
And my way of telling people that I care about, like that could trigger tears out of me, like my way of telling them is literally in an email, as impersonal as it is. Give them the details so they don't have to hear me saying it, and I don't have to go through that saying it. And I let them know where I'm at, what I need, and what I don't need. I spell it out so clear. I've been praised for this in the past. My mother gets it. If she gets an email like that from me, she knows to just leave me alone for like a day or two, but show support. He did the opposite of everything I asked for, and exactly did what I didn't ask for. And he's mad at me for not giving him details. I'm like, well, you bring your happy ass over here and look at me face to face. Maybe I'll give you the details, but that's still gonna hurt me to delve into those details. And you think you have buddy cop friends? No, I work with cops. I know what I'm doing.
So I think what happens.
It makes you feel doubted when somebody is grilling you for the details. It makes you feel like they don't believe you, and they're making you relive it. So anybody that has a friend or a significant other that's been through a traumatizing situation, know to slow the roll of getting information. Just slow it down. because it makes us feel doubted and it makes us angry. Like my anger, obviously, is at the guy who robbed me, and I want to aim it at him, but it doesn't help that somebody else is making it worse.
Then act like it. When someone tells you they don't feel safe, sir, you listen. You don't leave them here alone, you idiot. What the hell's wrong with you people? You're foolish! My anger is justified! You think it's not? Sir, do you think my anger is justified, sir? No, you don't. Look at your face. You telling me everything I need to know. You have a good night, sir. I'll be in the building for the rest of the night on Facebook Live. You have a good night. Share this shit. Share it. Share it. Share every bit.
Don't mind if I do. My subscribers deserve a laugh at your expense.
Right, Schrodinger? See? He's still around giving us some good advice here. The fans definitely would love to see this, I'm sure. This is some straight up, like, personal drama in her life. Hey, if you want to be that open on, YouTube, cool. Let's all sit back and get the popcorn out.
Where sometimes people just want somebody to listen and just to listen to what they want to say. And so it just sounds like this person is saying, man, if I was in this position, I would want to keep talking about it. And so that's what this other person needs, and not trying to understand what the other person actually needs.
And the thing is, like, I've been there for him throughout, like, a bunch of stuff. And I know when to shut my mouth. And I know when to encourage conversation and when not to. When to ask questions and when not to. Like, I think about what I would want. And I know I do come off as cold and callous to other people's trauma sometimes because I don't want to be left alone. And so I leave people alone. I tell them I'm there, but I leave them alone because that's how I want to be treated. So people that want to be smothered, they're going to find me to be callous and cold. And I'm not. I just treat them the way I want to be treated.
I'm a lot like you, Megan, in that respect.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's very common. I mean, the
Right.
people that want to be smothered and pampered and taken care of, I don't think the trauma is being handled well.
I agree too, to a certain degree, because let me say it in two parts. The first part is, I agree when someone continuously asks questions, even though they may thinking that it is coming from an innocent place, it comes across as inquisitive and that you are untrusting and that you are only trying to do some type of investigative questioning to find out some type of ulterior motive.
As if I'm not smart enough to talk to the right people and to give right reports. Like I'm just some stupid waif. I work in nonprofit. I work hand in hand with the sheriff. I know what I'm doing. I work with domestic violence victims all the time. I know what I'm doing. And for him to be like, I just want you to give me the facts. Why don't you give me the facts? I'm like, because you haven't even shown your face. You haven't even come here.
Mm-hmm. And so the second part of my retort here is, men in general aren't necessarily empathetic beings. So it's hard for some people, some men, to show that.
Situations I've gone through via email. My mother, my best friend, and she gets it. Mm-hmm. And he has praised me in the past for being clear. No games. No games. I don't play games. I don't have time for games. Games are stupid. But, this is where I'm at. And this is what I need. And this is what I don't need. And you're going to do everything I don't need and nothing of what I need. You ain't that dumb. I don't date stupid guys.
Well, at the end of the day, what Vic says, if someone shows you who they really are, believe them.
Believe them.
And he showed me who he really was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I broke up with, we've been broken up for a while. And
Wait, so you guys are broken up? That might be why he hasn't been to your house in a week. Or why he's not stopping by. Just because you got robbed doesn't mean, let's get back together, or, I gotta come give you a hug. It'd be like, nah, dude, I mean, you're not my problem anymore is what I would say. I'd be like, oh, that sucks, man. I'm gonna have to change my phone number or you're gonna keep calling me with these stupid problems, ain't you? And then, yeah.
He's just like, I'm gonna prove myself. I'm gonna earn my way back into your good graces. And I'm like, by ignoring me after a trim out and lecturing me and ranting at me. He literally ended a text going, rant over. And I'm like, next time you want to rant at a traumatized woman, have the balls to do it in person. I've just been so mad. So thank you all for letting me just spew out my negativity onto you guys. I'm sorry.
Good debate.
No, don't be sorry.
No
Yeah,
offense
Don't be
taken.
sorry.
It's good.
Hey,
debate.
when we share good news, we double it. When we share hurtful things, we cut it in half. So that's what friends do.
And I do want insights from the other side. So like the reason I do spew this out is because I am open-minded to like, what am I missing? What am I too angry to even see?
Well, I know I've been looking at some of the chats, and they're all on your side. He should have done something. He should have come by.
To be
And
honest, they're all here on one side.
Marie is saying you got to find somebody you can use for a week. Give them a bagel in the morning and send them home. That's what Marie said.
I gotta stop enjoying the physical side because I gotta let go of the physical part of it.
Yeah, if he's not going to be there for you in all the other ways, then the physical shit just shouldn't happen.
Yeah, because
Because that's not
words
fair to
mean
you.
nothing when you can't back it up. And I am a woman of my word. I take pride in my word. My word means something. His word hasn't meant shit
Well,
in a year.
let me also say this. Let me also say this about men. And I still work on this. I still have a lot of work to do when it comes to listening without reacting. Sometimes my wife wants to sit there and she wants to tell me something without me having some type of, retort.
Right.
All she wants me to sit there and go, sure, yes. Oh, and respond in that way. She doesn't always want me to go, oh no, what the hell is that all about? And all of that, blah, blah. And I still have to work on that. So I'm not saying that everybody understands. It's a learning process. Any relationship you're in, it's always about learning each other's, how-tos. How do you like to be heard? How do you like to be listened to? How do you like to be comforted? How do you like to have all these types of things? It's just a constant learning of each other. And I think that's what makes good, long-lasting relationships work, when you continue to work on learning each other.
It's with having enough respect for the person to even take the first step.
Right.
And that obviously hasn't happened. And I'm done giving leeway and being like, all right, you say these things. And I give him shit all the time for it. I'm just like, your word means nothing. Your word literally means nothing. I've asked him 3 times in a year for things that I needed. Like I needed support on this day, and this day. Like I got a really bad concussion, like the kind that people worry about. And I asked him to check in on me. And he called and I didn't answer. And he texted, I didn't answer. He's like, I checked in. I'm like, no, checking in is making sure that person's okay.
No,
Did
go
you
to their
know
house.
I was okay? Did your verification? I could have had a brain bleed on my floor. And he'd be like, called her. She didn't answer. I'm going to go drink. And I'm like, that's not checking in.
No, I would have. If it was me, I would have dropped everything and have been right over at their house. Like, look, something's wrong. If they're not answering their phone, I'm going straight over there.
Shake's a good guy. He'd put on his cape and go be Captain Save-A-Ho. I feel like, it's probably not that dramatic. She just wants that guy's attention. So she's like, I got a concussion. Oh, come take care of me. I'm so sick. I got robbed. It's like, come take care of me. It's like, you're just being a baby. It's an adult thing, like, you have to deal with your own trauma. You're an adult now. So, I guess, the dude don't give a shit. He's over there at the bar drinking with her money, by the way. So, yeah. This is an interesting, like, I wish we had a camera that we could put on him and we could just show him drinking and then we could cut back to her complaining. That'd be hilarious.
Especially when they normally answer their phone and they have a really bad, like I lost half a day. Like
Welfare.
I have been on half a day.
Welfare check.
And if he was too drunk to drive, call the fucking sheriff. He's like, oh, now you're telling me to call the cops? I'm like, yeah, I'm at home with a really bad concussion by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here doing drugs or selling illegal shit. Like, yes, tell the sheriffs to do a welfare check because you're too fucking drunk to do it yourself. That would have been checking in on me. That would have been checking in on me.
We're talking about a person who, at this point, I think is just incapable of having a relationship with another person because they don't have a relationship with themselves.
Well, he's in denial and he's an alcoholic.
It's just there you go. Exactly. That's
every night. And he's
exactly.
He knows that I need money, and I gave him, even if I didn't get robbed, I was still gonna need him to pay me back, and he promised me he would. And every night he's been at that fucking bar, and I'm like, you're literally spending my money. And now that I've been robbed, I really need it.
You deserve better.
Oh, I know. I know my value, and I know my worth.
Do you know?
I do.
You said you've been. Hold on. You said you've been doing this for a year.
Not quite a year.
Well, okay. So, I'm telling you that you deserve better.
I know my worth and I know my value, and I give chances and benefits of the doubt. But I'm older now, so I can't give that much leeway for that long anymore. You know, because like my clock is ticking. You know.
Well, in case you didn't hear, Megan, I want you to understand and hope that I'm echoing everyone else's sentiments in the chat. We are all glad you're okay. We are all glad that you're healthy again from your COVID battle, and we're all happy to have you back on panel on Drinks and Discussions. Good to have you.
I am happy to be here and surrounded by people who give a shit. None of you guys would have done that. You would have all checked in with me. Everyone in the chat probably would have checked in on me if they were only 2 minutes out of the way from their normal route to the bar.
Alright, so this guy spends every night at the bar drinking, getting drunk, and you think he's like, oh, I care about that lady over there having concussions or whatever, you know. He's like, no, I'm gonna go drink. I called her. She's an adult. You know, if you're having some problems or getting woozy, call an ambulance or something. You know, I'm not gonna be sending the police to your house, is what you say to a hysterical, crazy person.
We would check in on you now. We're all just a little far.
Yeah. I'm just saying, literally, if you guys were here in my town, where he is.
Oh, yeah, I'd have been there being like.
I told him I needed a hug and a cigarette 5 days ago.
You know, it's so funny. Everybody, if you're not on panel, everybody, even if you're late, everybody goes, "Where's Megan? Where's Megan? Where's Marcus?
Yeah.
Where's Jake?"
They effing care more than the person I would sleep with.
That's why we're a family here. That's why I said we're a family, because we care about each other.
So can I use this as an opportunity, Megan, if you will allow me? Can I use this as a great segue to something else?
Yes.
Huh. Big Mama. she calls my group Real Housewives of Vegas Valley. That is a clever name. Mm-hmm. After the show.
Of it with your friends and family on Facebook. We're still here casually taking fucking orders. Because we're not safe, but hey, we're still taking orders, child. We're still taking orders in here. Shoot me through the glass. Shoot me through the glass. Someone else get their phone ready because mine's dying. We need another phone with a camera for these police. We need another phone with the camera for the police. Get him on camera tonight! Get the police on camera tonight. He won't leave my window. And he will not stop defending the cop who did not make us feel safe tonight. Sir, unfortunately we're not able to take any orders at this time because the police are harassing us. Feel free to follow me on Facebook. My name is Claudia Cooper. You won't forget my name. Where are the children? Did they leave? Did Bria and them leave? Did Bria and Justice and Jason leave? I'm sitting right by the window still, fam. Hold on, let's just turn this around. The police are not helping us. We don't feel safe, man. That's what's happening, man. The police ain't making me feel real safe. I got the doors locked. I'm sitting in front of the window. I dare them to shoot me when I'm sitting right here, don't you guys? Because they shot our friend in her home when her husband, or her fiance rather, tried to defend her. She was shot in her home by the police. It's time for it to stop. Stop hurting each other, please. You guys think I'm crazy. You have to stop.